I'm here with Coach Peterson, one of my coaches on the team, and I'm here to speak with him about water scarcity. So, I hypothesize that there are a number of people who do not have access to clean, usable water because there's a scarcity of water and it is not safe or sanitary for consumption use. And to break my hypothesis down, the who are all those people without access to clean, usable water. The what, or the issue itself, is water scarcity. And the why, I think there are a number of reasons, but my own opinion is that developed countries, aka such as the United States, do not use and recycle water in the best methods that we could, and third world countries do not have finances to build infrastructures that help them with recycling water, reusing water, conserving water, things of that nature. So my first question for you, Coach Peterson, is: do you believe this issue affects only third world countries, or where do you see this problem?
I think the biggest issue is probably third world countries, but more and more it's happening here in the United States. As I said, when I lived in Texas, we were under, stage 3 drought conditions. Every summer I was there, which, limits the amount of time you can water, and you're not allowed to wash your car, and all those types of things. There's only certain days of the week when you're allowed to run your sprinkler system, and then when you get to stage 3 and stage 4, you can't water your yard at all. So you literally drive down the street and everybody's yard is just completely dead and burned. Or more like, much recently last year, California was in their huge water drought. They had no idea what they were going to do or how they were going to fix it. They were, lots of our agriculture comes from California, and they were at a standstill because they didn't have enough water. So, I think with the way things are going to go, it's going to continue to be more and more affected here in the United States. So maybe right now, just for the normal person, they don't really get to feel it or see it because it doesn't affect them every day, but I think that could change in the future.
Gotcha. My next question for you is, how many people do you think have access to clean water? If you had to ballpark and take a guess, do you think more people than we assume have this issue of water scarcity, or?
Well, being that I studied some of this when I was in college through economics, I know that there's lots of people in this world that suffer from it. And actually, when Warren Buffett and Bill Gates came and talked to Nebraska, this is one of the things they talked about. So I know that there's billions of people every day that don't know where they're going to get their next drink of water from. There's billions of people on the planet that don't have a clue where they're going to go to the bathroom, and if they do, it's right next to where they sleep, eat, and everything else. And that's why there's diseases and everything else. So I think we take for granted that we just walk to the kitchen and press a button and there's magical clean water, but for a lot of people on this planet, that is not a reality in any way, shape, or form.
Right. What are some of your everyday uses on water?
Well, showering, brushing my teeth, combing the hair I have left. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Laundry, cooking. For our everyday life, for us, the important part is athletes and coaches. Hydration. Just look out there every day. We got huge things for Gatorade and those cows, which, we're spraying water all over the place when we're taking drinks, and we didn't even think about it. So obviously we use water all day long, every day, without ever even thinking about where it's coming from or how we're using it or how little we're using it. The only time I really think about it is when I get the water bill and I'm like, I did not use that much water.
Correct.
So,
What do you think is a cause or some of the causes of so many people not having access to clean water?
one, I think that countries and people are too poor to be able to invest in that kind of stuff. That there's, I mean, you look at some of those countries where they're living off $3 a year. You know, they just don't have the money to have sewage systems and treatment plants, and I mean, they literally walk miles to fill up a bucket of some kind and bring the bucket back, and that's how they get their water. So, um, money is probably a big cause of it. The other thing I believe is um, pollution, um, whether it's environmental pollution or industrial pollution or even human pollution. I mean, to a point where these people are using the restroom and defecating, I mean, is in their own water supply. So um, I think there's a lot of causes to it, and I think global warming is certainly part of it. Um, that's one of the big things I actually studied in econ is we have this huge water source called the ocean, and it's incredibly expensive to desalinate water, like crazy expensive. That's changing now. There are countries now like Sweden that has a pretty significant plant that can desalinate ocean water pretty cheaply. Same thing with Israel has one where they desalinate. I think more than like 70% of their water is now desalinated. Um, but it costs billions of dollars for them to invest in that, and obviously small countries, small poor places don't have the money to do that. So I think there will be some technological changes that will make it easier to have access to water, but of course that comes with water. And the other thing, global warming, I mean, this is kind of a tagline now, but most of our fresh water is frozen in the Arctic Circle or in Antarctica or wherever in the glaciers, and if those continue to melt and disappear into the ocean, our fresh water is going to just disappear, and we're going to have to turn to the ocean. So,
How do you feel about water reclaiming facilities?
I don't know a ton about it. Um, Obviously, it's probably something we don't want to know a lot about, something we don't want to think about, because obviously the things that are in our water and go down our drains, and then whether it's a chemical process or whatever they put in the water to treat it, to make it, I mean, I don't know. It's you hope they're doing their job, but from some of the little studies and things you hear that there's things that no matter what they do, they can't get out of the water, whether it be mercury or anything else, and even some of the stuff they put in the water. There's been fluoride in our drinking water forever.
Right.
Everybody claims it's all about making our teeth stronger, but now the more we're figuring out about fluoride is that fluoride's not good for us. So, I don't know. I hope that with new technology comes better treatment, and that we can figure out better ways to continue to treat water, because obviously that's going to be what we need for the foreseeable future, because fresh water is not just going to continue to get more. We're going to always have less fresh water, so we're going to have to treat the fresh water that we have.
Right. How important do you feel this issue is to developed countries?
I think it's huge. I mean, that's kind of the thing. They don't have plumbing, or they don't even have a way to treat. I mean, they're grabbing water from rivers and lakes and stuff that God knows what's in it, and just drinking it right from there, and then using the restroom in buckets or holes, whatever, and that's why there's cholera and all those other crazy diseases that you know. So I think that's where like the Bill Gates Foundation is trying to invent cheap toilets and stuff, and there's even I've seen it. There's actually a straw that they've invented that
Right.
has UV light and stuff in it. That,
Mhm.
that as you drink through a straw, it filters out everything that's in it.
Right.
So I think there's little inventions and stuff like that that are going to make it almost like, instead of having a massive treatment plant where you treat everybody's water, that's crazy expensive. But if you can find a cheaper, smaller version where each home or each person can do some of that themselves cheaper,
Mhm.
I think that might change things. That might be better than spending billions or whatever it costs to build treatment plants all over the place.
Well, thank you so much for your time, sir.
You're welcome. Hope I helped.